Hi, I'm Richard from Folded Space. This video is to bring you information about our insert FS-GLO, which is compatible with the game Gloomhaven. The video I'm giving here is about how to use the trays, what to put where, and how to put them into the box and how to get them into your games. So these are the first trays that we're going to look at. These are the simplest trays really for what we're doing. Each of these trays is made for storing smaller tiles and components from the game. We have two taller trays. One is for the stands, one is for the coins. Two other trays with small slots. There's the summons tokens, other tokens from the game, overlay tiles. And then two with 3 slots. You don't need to store them exactly as here. This is our recommended use for the trays. However fits best for your gaming style, but like this everything fits into the trays. We also have two larger trays which are used for the hexagon overlay tiles. They stack in here. We have two other simple trays. These are the trays used for the tuck boxes for the miniatures. There's 2 of these. You basically take the miniatures, there's 18 in total, you split them in half and put 9 in each of these boxes. The trays are made so there's some extra space in each of the trays, so the two tuck boxes which are slightly longer than the others, doesn't matter where you put them, just put them as you wish in the boxes. So those are those 2 trays. We then have the trays for the monster standees. There's 2 for the medium-sized monsters, and there's 2 for the smaller monster standees. The medium-sized monster standees are stored flat. It's important that you do put them in this kind of order, particularly for these 2 monsters on the left. They have larger bases than the others and they only fit in this side, but the others will fit where you want. So that's those. We then have the 2 trays for the vertical storage of the small monster standees. So you split these, group them up by the different types of monsters, and put them in the slots where they fit. So some have more, they go in the larger slots, some have less, they go here, and the ones which only have 4 go in here at the back. They all fit in vertically, so it's very easy when you're playing the game. You can simply move them slightly side to side, and you can see exactly which monster is where, take them out for your games. They're easy to return back to here. So yeah, those are the 2 trays for the smaller monster standees. Next 2 trays to look at are the 2 large trays, tall trays, which are used for the monster stat sheets. So the way these work is you use the monster stat sheets as dividers. Inside you can see in between we have the sets of the small monster cards. These are split, so they're grouped in pairs. So Deep Terror here and Wind Demon have their cards here inside, and that's the same for each of these. So you have all of those are stored there. When you need a particular monster, you just flip through, find the one you need, Giant Viper, take out the stack card, take out the small cards that you need, and put them into the game. Later return them in the same way. This other box is used for storing the sleeves for the monster stack cards. They go there at the back. There's a lot of generic monster stack cards, so they come here, and then the remainder of the other stack cards are used here, storing again in pairs. And then because there are some monsters in this game which are irregular shapes, larger shapes, the dragon for instance, we didn't make a tray specific for these. It would have used a lot of material, increased the cost of the product, and made it a lot harder to fit everything in the box. So they just fit in here in the front. There's space enough for those to stand there. So that's those 2 trays. The next trays to look at are the trays for the large cards. There's 2 of these. The cards are stored vertically on their sides. There's enough space for all the cards to be sleeved. These ones are not sleeved in this case. We don't sleeve all the cards in this game ourselves because we don't think it's really necessary, but there is enough space in all the trays to have everything sleeved. All the cards which are character specific need to stay inside the tuck boxes. That's important to note. We then have trays here for the small cards. Again, the cards are stored vertically. Again, everything can be sleeved. We're using one of the two smaller trays to store the cards for the generic monsters. Simply makes it easier for access. Simply use these as you wish. We have a tray here for storing all of the equipment upgrades, and that's those trays. And so now we'll have a look at how all of this fits into the game box. So the first thing to do is to take the bottom of the box, stack inside the character tuck boxes, stack them vertically with the logos here at the top. In a minute we're going to move these up and make a pocket at the bottom for some of the room trays, but for now put them at the bottom, simply so we have space to put the trays in the top. So the first trays to go in are the large card trays. They go in here like this. The two longer small card trays are the same length as the large ones, so they go in next, adjacent to them. Then we put in the two small card trays. Next go two of the taller component trays for the stands and for the coins. They'll slot in there. We then have the two large trays for the monster stat sheets. They go in there. We then take the character tuck box trays. They fit in here. Two of the other component trays fit in between them. Then we put in the monster standees. The medium ones go in first at the bottom, and then the small monster standees go in on top of them, and then the two other trays with the tokens and components go in on top of the monster stat sheets. So now everything's inside. We now move the tuck boxes up to make this pocket here at the bottom, and now at the side. And now this pocket is where we're going to put the smaller room tiles that come with the game. Now the pocket's big enough to store all of them. You don't need to be too fanatical about how you do it. Simply start slotting them in. These are two of the longer thin ones, three of the longer thin ones. They fit in there. There's the 5 large rectangular shaped rooms. Slot them in. We have the other triangular and square rooms. Slot those in. As I said, simply slot everything in to the space that's provided. Including the one that fell on the floor. So that's everything in there. The last two trays fit in on top of the character tuck boxes here on the side. Now if you notice, as we look at the box from here, on top of these trays, the main section of trays in the box, there's actually a space provided above them. This level is lower than the top level of the character tuck boxes. This is done purposefully so we can put the scenario book and the rule books in on top, and these act as a lid on top of the trays underneath, and they fit in just like that. We now have a space here which is exactly the same size as the board for the game. That fits in here. Once that's inside, it keeps the other two trays from moving around, and also again acts as a lid on everything else underneath. Everything is kept very much in place. The area here on top is used for the larger rooms. Again, there's lots of room, so you don't need to worry too much about how you place them in. We put in the large rectangular room. We slot in the other rooms that we have, the T rooms, the V-shaped rooms, and they fit in there. Actually here we're looking at a second edition version of the game, so we also have these dials which need to go in. So we simply slot those in around. There's lots of space for those to go in on top. And then we put in, the last thing are the sleeves, envelopes, and the other unusual game components. On top of there we put the stickers, and we suggest that you keep a hold of the instructions that came with the insert. On the instructions we have a layout showing exactly where all the trays go, and on the last page it's showing what goes in which tray and how they stack. So it's useful to have that in the box to refer to whenever you need it. If you lose it, or if it gets damaged or dirty, or you spill beer on it or whatever, we have PDF of that on our website, so you can download it and print another one. So that's everything now loaded into the box. We'll put the box lid on top. And that's it. Everything's secure inside the box. You'll notice that the lid closes flush with the bottom of the box. You can even store this game, should you want to, on its side. I don't think many people are doing that simply because of the size of their shelves. Most people, I think, are storing it like this. But even so, the fact that everything is so securely inside, so securely stored, it doesn't give you any problem transporting this game to a friend's, to a club, wherever you want. Everything will be kept properly stored and safe inside. The insert is actually coming in under 1 kilo in weight once it's assembled. It's about 900 grams. It's adding a very small amount of weight then to the already high weight, heavy weight of this huge game. So that's also a big advantage in terms of mobility and transport. And yeah, so you can find out more information on our website. This insert is currently available on our website for sale. And you can see our other inserts there, and also our upcoming campaign 2, which is coming in June 2018. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.